Hey, it's Cartoon Monday here at Overholt Arts and Entertainment, and I'm your hostess with all the hosts. My name's Kim Overholt, and here at my studio, yes, it's a little dark today because I still have technical difficulties with my lighting situation. So I'm using natural light today. So I hope you guys are having a good time today. And I'm going to teach you a little bit about drawing and cartooning. Now, the reason I'm a little bit late is because I was doing a little drawing and cartooning earlier, and I was like, oh, look at the time. Oh my gosh, I got to go. So I hopped on my broomstick. No, no. I got dressed and wanted to show you what I was working on just so that you have an idea that, not only do I like talk about it here while we're here, but I also do it on my spare time. My sister gave me this great book just the other day, and I've been already trying to play with it a little bit. It's called Create This Book. Now I'm going to be making a little bit of a, make it a little bit more mine, and I've already started to color it in. She brought it to me at work, and I started using some of the pens at work to color it in. So this will help you if you ever look for something to make you creative. This is a good start. This is just, you can write in it, you can draw in it. I have a page specifically that I folded because it says it's a folding page, so I folded the page. That just gives you an idea of how being creative can help you be creative. So cool book if you want to give it a try. What book I was going to show you was another one that my sister gave to me, and it it was it's from the it's when we go thrift shopping all the time, and we find these little treasures. She happened to find this and a couple other books of the same author kind of thing. And it's also the kind of thing where if you wanted to, you could draw in it. It's called a Hobbit. It's a journal. So what I did is I tried to make it so that the pictures in the book kind of go with the artist's theme in the book too. And I'll give you an idea what I mean. Now, hopefully you can see this because I know it's kind of dark in here today. I'll switch it this way so you can kind of see this way. But a picture like of Gandalf there. There's his version of Gandalf, and there's my version of Gandalf actually from the movie as a drawing, and of course before that we have Frodo crying about the ring. So there's and that's my card. So the whole thing is just basically, so that's his version of Frodo, and like I say, there's my version of Frodo. I based it on the Lord of the Rings movie. So let me back pedal, and I'll even show you his version of Bilbo, my version of Bilbo as Ian Holm as Bilbo, right? So, of course, the people from the Lord of the Rings, some people who played the characters, tried to make them into my own book, and it actually has phrases from, that's his version of Aragorn. This is my version of Aragorn with the sword. What do I call it? Legolas and Gimli on the next page. Oops, I missed a page. Let's go there. Gimli. What's his name? Is it Boromir? Yeah, it's Boromir. And that one I made, it's actually Robin Williams, if you haven't guessed it yet. It's Tom Bombadil, and that's the guy's version, the original artist version of Tom Bombadil. I have some quotes from him here too. And that's my version because I thought that Robin Williams made a great Tom, and then I thought maybe I should have made Tom Connors instead. But don't think about these things right away. And I used what's her name for the River Princess, or the River, the daughter of the River King. That's his version, and that's my version. And we continue with the creatures off from the movie. And then we start doing some scenes where it's actually them trekking through the mountains. There, you can see they're all falling up behind something. Wicked that way comes, as you can see. Drew that in. When they're in front of the door to get into the underground, I made the door. That's his version of Gandalf, by the way, and that's my door. I made the door. That's his version of the sword. That's version of the sword from the movie. Galadriel. Maybe a little more sinister than she should be. So this is just to show you. Oh, and of course all the orcs and stuff. You got to draw the orcs. Scary, crazy. Ooh, that's his orcs. These are mine, the ones from the movie. Of course, Gollum. And what's his name? Ewan's brother. That's his version of what he looks like, and that's the guy who played him in the movie, of course. There's the scene where he's in battle. I love doing that one. That one was really cool. Yes, that's a drawing. I drew that. Yes. And that's the drawing he did, the other artist. But this is the one that I did, and it shows in the background. You can see Merry and Pippin running away into Fangorn Forest, and there's the orc's head on a pike. Whoa. Yeah. And and the battle continues. Oh, Treebeard. Okay. From the movie. Gimli gets to swing his axe to one of the enemies. That's the guy's version. That's my version. Trying to make it blend so they look like they are actually one entire scene. And another scene where they're fighting at Helm's Deep. See them coming at the light of Gandalf, the light of the new day, and Gandalf's sword brings battle to Helm's Deep. I have Saruman. Christopher Lee, yeah, that's right. And then I have Eowyn. I have the one scene where he gets a hold of the that one orb and starts dangling him around and throwing him all over the place. And of course, this is a little Faramir's brother. Faramir and Eowyn end up going together, kind of thing. Another scene with Gollum in the pond where they're going to shoot him down if Frodo doesn't try and grab him and bring him away from the main pond there. Cool. I love that. I did that. Yeah, I did that. And then there's the wild man with the elephant. That's his version. That's my version. He did the twin brothers. That's his. That's mine. Shadowfax. The horse of Shadowfax. Beautiful white horse. I love horses. They don't love me, but I love horses. I still have some blank pages, as you can see. I'm still working on them. I've come up with ideas. And another one is the Steward, of course. I made the tree of Gondor. Tree of Gondor. You can see. I'll get a little bit closer. I just made this one just recently. It's the Tree of Gondor. There we go. And of course, there's the riders. The ring riders are around it trying to destroy it. And I just started doing because I'm continuing now. My sister had asked me, "Oh, did you finish the book?" I'm like, "No, I haven't finished it yet." So I started doing the Theoden King. I got him started. I just have to pen him in. So I just did that. And there's still some empty pages to go. So it's not complete, but I'm almost there. I am almost there. And that's what I want to show you. Like, you can do whatever you want when it comes to drawing. the world is your oyster. You can make this whatever you want it to be. And I've been meaning to get to doing some drawing. I was promising you guys I would do a drawing, a sad painting, but I haven't gotten to one yet. So here's a picture of a happy face instead. There we go. And yes, and doing cartooning is a lot of fun, and this is the way to do it, like something like creative like this, or hanging out with me, and I'll show you a couple things to get you started with doing cartooning and comic books. Comic books are a lot of fun, and especially if you get good at doing perspective, that's the best thing. I can't teach you anything that you can't learn yourself about perspective, and but I'll just give you a nice, I'll give you an easy little thing that you can do on your own for just to show you how perspective works. So you need a ruler, but I'm just going to freehand it just to show you how to get started with perspective. So if you just take a line, you know, like that, that's your horizon. And say that the center of your horizon is where you're looking at everything and it's coming out towards you. So what I'm going to do is going to make a line that's going towards it and just kind of have it go away from it. And then I'll show you. Now you have something that looks almost like a triangle with something balancing on the top, right? And this is where it can get a little bit fun for you if you want to play, because you can always like make little lines on this, and you can tell me what it starts to look like, and make the lines a little bit bigger, and 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 right off to the page. So now what does it look like? Almost looks like a road, doesn't it? Yeah. So you can practice doing that. You can even make the space between a little bit bigger, so it looks like they're further apart from each other, kind of thing. See? Now you got this thing, perspective, starting to go on. One thing I used to do as a kid for perspective is like, you can always draw the sun and have it kind of coming out in this direction too. I'll come out in one direction. But you can also have it so that, and this is what people always usually do, is make like make lines here. And now you see how you start with a skinny little line, and as you get closer, they get a little bit thicker, and then a little bit thicker, and then thicker. It gives you, it's an illusion just to show you it almost looks like something that's coming towards you. And I used to make telephone poles. Little telephone poles, and you can link them together. You can look like telephone poles, kind of all connecting the wires all together. Now you can even make a car on the road if you wanted to. Just imagine the size of the car that's there is about that size. When it's over here, it can be that size there. So make it a little bit bigger on the side. Driving in the car. Okay, and then back here might be two more cars coming towards you, maybe a little further away, but you know, in perspective, you can remember how that is in perspective. There you go. All right, so there's a thing to do, and usually sometimes I even like the blue rocks. in the background. So a little rock in the background. There's a smaller rock, bigger rock here, and even bigger rock right there, kind of thing. It all gives you a sense of scale and weight and size, that kind of thing. All right, now, I have it, my eraser. All right, so perspective, that's always good. It's always good to learn. That's what they call 1 point perspective, because you're just taking it from 1 point right in the middle and making your way outwards. There's all kinds of perspective. There's 2 point perspective, there's 3 point perspective, there's even 4 point perspective. And that's getting a little bit technical, and I'm not good at it, but you can learn it and do it for yourself, because it's always fun to learn how to draw and always fun to just design ideas. Now, I want to take an idea from this book here and see if we can maybe create something. Okay, so let me just go in here and just pick a random one. See. Okay, how about okay, let's start over here. Start over here. Polka dots. Music inspired page. Turn on some music and let the music inspire your decoration. So there's one idea. You can turn on some music and do all kinds of like waves and all kinds of things like that. Let me dig in a little bit further. Design a fantasy home. Okay. Design a fantasy home. Well, let me change my marker first thing and do a little bit of drawing. No. This is what I'm having the problem with. My markers like to dry out on me. Okay, let's dig a little deeper then. All right, black. Does it work? It's okay. It's okay. We can use it just a little bit. Okay. Creating a fantasy home. Well, my fantasy home, if I had a chance to have a fantasy home, would probably look like this. And it'd have the doorway here. And it's one of those hobbit doorways. And it'd have like a little window over here, maybe another window over here. And like maybe a sunlight. Sun window here. So you have all kinds of sun coming through, and it would be like different layers, so it would all kind of run off of each other. Like a little hut there, have like little spots where you have the roof on there, and then I'd have like a main roof coming down here. Ooh, excuse me. All right. And then maybe have like a garage over here for my car. And the door comes into the main door. You have like a kitchen would be over here, and living room would be over here, and the bathroom would be where the main skylight is, so that you can have a nice bath and some natural light. Ah, whew! I love to sneeze. Okay. So that's my dream house. It'd be like round and very much different levels. Shoo, I gotta sneeze a lot today. Hello. So that's my dream house. When I grew up in a house that didn't have real corners. It looked like it had corners, but it was just like rounded corners, no actual edges and things like that, because nothing's perfect. It wasn't a perfect house, but it was a good house. So you can create all kinds of ideas. Let me just pick something else from this book here and see what we can do. Okay. do something without lifting your pen. Okay, so you can create something without lifting your pen off the paper. Or would be in this case, don't take it off the whiteboard. So, say if I wanted to make, say, a bunny, I would have to make it kind of like this. That was kind of awkward. I haven't taken my marker off the board yet. I'm trying to draw this. Bunny. Buddy. I'm doing my best. Okay. Not the greatest, but it takes practice. You do it, you play with it, you try it over more than once, and you might get something. They've always said, if you can draw a house in so many lines, it's like, how's that go again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Oh, yeah. There's a trick to it where you could do 1, 2, 3. So you have to have none of them touching at the same time. It's a challenge to do. So see if it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're supposed to get that in there. Anyways, yeah, trying to make a house like that is always a nice challenge to do for yourself to play with just making lines. So there's something interesting to try. Okay, let me grab a different marker. Because that was drying out too. Okay. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate your patience. Love my day, love my day, love my day. There you go. That's it. Look, this is what's on there. There we go. Got it. Okay. So now we're going to go to pink. Because pink is such a soft and beautiful color. Isn't it a beautiful color? I love pink. Pink is one of those colors where you can make it look like lightning. And it does just look so beautiful, right? Yeah. So, when you do cartooning, it takes you to another level, and it's just like you think about something. Create a shared drawing. Start a drawing on this page. Have a friend finish it. There you go. Create an emotion. Write about, draw, or attach pictures to 3 different emotions on a page. It's all kinds of. Create straight lines. Make a design using only straight lines. There you go. What kind of design you can make with only straight lines? Mhm. 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 See, and you could keep going and make all kinds of neat little designs, and then you can color them in afterwards too. So nobody say you can't keep going with different directions. It doesn't have to be all the same way all the time. And have it go right off the page if you want. If you don't want to have it finish some particular place, you know, come back in somewhere else and go out. Here we go. Look at that. You make all kinds of neat little things just with lines. All right. So, just to give you a little cartooning Monday start to doing some cartooning, there's so many easy ways to begin that all you got to do is just start. And that's the main point of doing anything is just to get it started. So, if you want to know more about me, of course, check out my website, kimoverholt.com. And if you want to know more about drawing or drawing with me or doing any kind of particular type of drawing you want to see me do, just let me know in the comments below. And I'm sorry my lighting is terrible today. And but I do appreciate your time here today, and I'm going to get back to finishing up my journal, my Hobbit's journal. I don't know what I'm going to do with it afterwards. It's just something more for myself, if anything, and I so appreciate doing it. So it's nothing that's been wasted. It's not wasted time when it's something that I appreciate. You see. And oh, before I let you go, I'll do a quick little reading for you. Let me pull up my handy dandy cards, small enough to fit into these little tiny hands of mine, because uh, I don't smell like cabbage. I'm not carny folk at all. No. Okay. But we'll start off, like I say, we usually do by just shuffling the cards and thinking of what we would want to have, what's in store, what's going on, what kind of vibe are we going to get put into these cards for today. And shake it over here, we'll shake it over there, we'll shake it down here, we'll shake it down here. And I'll give it a shake. I'll give it a shuffle, and we'll think. Well, maybe we won't think of anything at all. We'll let the cards decide what's going on for this week, at least. I hope you have enjoyed my readings. And wow, they just pop up quickly. The magician, oh my. Magic is what's going to be happening. It just pops up. I didn't have to. I magic. Magic is happening. That's what's going on. And the basis of it is something very interesting. Someone in particular. Wow, without losing my cards here. The Empress. The Empress Yes, it's very fruitful. It's a very good card. It's a very good cards. These are both major arcana cards. That's number three, and that's number one. And you're number one to me. So let me read you how your day should be progressing. If you love magic as much as I do, I've toured with a magician. I've done magic in the past, and wow, sometimes magic just happens when you least expect it. So let me put you into what the cards want to say for you for today. So magic. If your willpower is consciously and aggressively directed, you can now accomplish all you visualize. There you go, people. You are challenged to go forward into the world and use your skill and intelligence to produce change for the better. Make magic. All right. So this is based on the Empress, which is Empress number three. As mine, she's very pretty. She's very pretty, sitting on the throne. Um, have an open and sympathetic heart, and your wishes will be provided for. Be aware that your contact, mental, emotional, and physical, with ever new beauty, sensuality, fertility, and peace of our own earthly garden paradise, and you will not want for these things in your own life. Creative inspiration and productivity are available to you if you will try and bring heaven down to earth. Exert your power with a loving hand. See? So create some magic, give a little love. Everything's good. You know, I really appreciate you being here and taking the time to say hello. I would, leave a message in the comments below. I'm here for you to teach you how to have fun with art. All right? And in the meantime, as my mama used to say, peace, oh brother, with a little bit added. And yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. I'll be here another time. I'll do my best to come every day if I can.